All right, today's gonna be shoulder day. Starting with rear delts today because the last shoulder day we started with front and middle. So I believe we started with like shoulder press last time. So we'll hit some rear delts and then we'll move on to the front and middle. I'm thinking of making it either shoulders and forearms or shoulders and bis. So we'll see how we feel once the shoulder stuff's done. For the first rear delt exercise here for the reverse pec deck, we're gonna start at 160. I'm just gonna do some stretching really quick for the shoulders. Instead of a warm-up set, we're just gonna focus on stretching sets. And then, we'll start the exercise. All right, so there's a bit of a faster paced tempo for the set. So I'm gonna bump it now to 175. Then we'll go a little bit slower. You'll notice I'm trying to keep the stack from touching the other part of the stack when like the bars are extended out here, just so it keeps tension on the rear delt the whole time. All right, so third set here, we're gonna do the same thing, stick with the same weight. And then for the fourth set, we're gonna switch to a single arm isolated rear delt pec flies. So we'll be twisting the body like this. And then we'll be bringing it out here like that, one arm at a time. Okay. 10-second rest pause. All right, so for the next rear delt exercise, we're going to be doing the bent over rear delt dumbbell raises. Been doing these now for quite a bit. It's definitely up there. It's like one of my favorite rear delt exercises. But you got to do it right. If you don't do it the right way, it's more like traps and upper back. So you want to kind of just reverse row your arms. I like to bring the dumbbells out like that instead of bringing them out like that, if you could see the difference there. Same thing for this next set, and then we'll make it a drop set with the 20s here. So we're gonna drop from 25 to 20. For the last set here, we're just sticking with the 20s, gonna rep them out until failure, and we'll call it there for rear delts. Next shoulder exercise here, we're going to be doing the leaning cable lateral raise. Struggling to do 17 comfortably still, so we'll do one set to start at 17, see how that feels. I find like it's still just a little bit too heavy for my weaker sensitive shoulder, which being the left arm. That didn't feel too bad actually, probably because we're starting off the middle and side delts with this exercise instead of doing it like after we've already fatigued them. Onto some machine lateral raise. Got it set to 110 again. So we're gonna do the same thing that we did last time, being we're gonna do the first 2 sets, grabbing like the handles on the side and raising up, and then the other third set being without grabbing the handles and just using our arms and going like that. Keeping in mind to not have the sacks touch each other so we can keep that constant like tension. All right, third set here. So like I said earlier, we're not grabbing the handles for this set. We're just keeping the arms kind of outward like that, kind of hanging down. A 10-second rest pause. Okay, shoulders are done. Pretty much done. Actually, we have one more set to do. But I'm just gonna check out the pump now since this area is kind of like clear right now. I don't want to be in people's way later on, but as you can see, super fucking pumped up. Like, holy fuck. That rear delt pump is insane. I'm definitely starting to figure out like what works for my shoulders, like relative to like the training style and what doesn't work. But I'll check out the pump here and move on to buys. Like just that shadow where the rear delt highlights like the tricep. Holy fuck. Looks like a ball. It's like just a swollen sphere. Yeah, that's a nice one. Too bad I didn't have the tank top today. Other side. All right, onto some buys now. Okay, start with buys. We'll do some hammer curls with the 50s. We'll do like 2 sets of hammer curls and then move on to a different bicep exercise. Second set of hammer curls here. Still sticking with the 50s. Decided to go for hammer curls today, more so for the brachialis, like the side of the bicep. All right, so second bicep exercise. We're just gonna be doing some like seated, supinated dumbbell curls. So instead of like a hammer curl, we're curling up like that. We're gonna twist the wrists like that in a supinated position, and then curl like that. Yeah, for those we have to go pretty light, but like relatively light. We're doing hammer curls with the 50s, and for these we're using 35. Take a 10-second rest pause. Failed at double arm, so we just switched to one arm at a time. Okay, last bicep exercise here. I'm gonna be doing some easy bar preacher curls. So I got 25 and 10 loaded up. We'll see how that goes for the first set. Our biceps are definitely like pretty fatigued from those other exercises, so this might be a bit much. So we'll see. Like I'm always trying to be cautious of the tendons, so if I feel like this is too much weight, I'm just gonna drop it, not try to ego lift it through. That's a bit more comfortable on the tendons. Finishing off biceps with the third set here, and then we're gonna call it there. Shoulder bicep day combo. Quite a bit of volume today. Tomorrow's just legs though, so we'll have a rest day period after legs, let everything kind of recover, try to eat more. We ended up peaking at like 176 pounds and then dropped. Now I'm back down to 173. It's really hard to maintain that bulk as a natural with like high metabolism. Arms are done, pretty high volume day. Biceps are super swollen, super sore. We did like 4 exercises or 3 exercises for bis, and I think like 4 or 5 for shoulders. So pretty high volume day, as we were saying earlier, but definitely worth it. That pump is just insane. Gonna head out now, eat something, and then work on the video. It'll probably be a tomorrow upload though, won't be coming out tonight, because I'm gonna be pretty busy later today. So till next one.